So now we're going to get to your comments. Before I do that, I did think of the few things that I wanted to show you. So, single digit marriage number that never progresses. Remember, and this is a language the Lord gave me as he was also showing me the truth in his word, that God doesn't love everybody. All of this stuff with numbers started to really grow. And this is when Trump started, he's becoming president, and he's showing me that there's no free will and God doesn't love everybody. And he only came for his sheep, just like, Matthew 15, so on and so forth. Hell is not eternal torment, all that kind of stuff. And so 5, single digit marriage number that doesn't progress. You times it by God, it's 3577. And 35 is in husband, it's in wife, Strong's Concordance, New Testament, it's in bride, and it's in bridegroom. Wife is 1135, husband is 435, bride is 3565, bridegroom is 3566. And then you see the 57 for your Super Bowl, and here's your 77 for Eve. Eve is in the number, spelling of the number 7, the number 11, 11 times 7, 77. So it's really gigantica, right? And I know somebody whose birthday is actually on this coming total solar eclipse. Hitler's birthday, Spurrier's birthday, the coming total solar eclipse. It's they were born in 72 on April 20th. And this person has the 577 fused with Adam and Eve in their number. It's gigantica. And that's my third marriage progression, 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is another way to progress it. Add them together. I showed you in previous video, multiplying them together. My son's former wife, she passed away. 8 times 29 times 1973. 4, 577 with the 73, which is also my next marriage progression. Remember, my first marriage was 3, 12, 1983 murder code. 7, 1. So the next progression would be 72. And the next progression, 73, like I just showed you. Out 3 digits, my next progression would be 714. Guess when my second marriage was? July 14th, way before I knew about this numbering. And notice when I got married, the day number, year times month times day, it's got 138 for Donald Trump, 88 for Trump in simple gematria. Insane. Absolutely insane. My stepdaughter's number, 113886. So put a 1 in front of that and a 6 at the end of that. So my first marriage had the absolute heart, the middle 4 digits of my stepdaughter's number. Stepdaughter, 3 times 19 times 1998. 138. It has the 88 and the 86ing up. She was born at 808, and our former contributor verified for us that he did the simple gematria, and her first name, middle initial, and last name came to the 148, the same as Donald Trump's first name, middle initial, and last name. And remember, my first name, my middle name, and my last name all have 6 letters. 6, 6, 6. It's just crazy. Wow. So the other thing I wanted to go over with you was the transfer portal. The number 4 times God. 4 times 7154. It's got 286 16 to the 86. Well, 400 days from the transfer portal lands on Valentine's Day. Now, we do remember that the guy's name was Valentine in Trading Places. And they walked in front of the Twin Towers with that conversation about a big explosion and all that kind of stuff. They were talking about stock markets and stuff, but and of course, what's going to happen? Stock market's going to crash at our next 9/11. Trading Places was loaded. We broke that movie down, thank you, Jesus, like it's nobody's business. Now, you go to the transfer portal and you go up an even 4 or 28616. so to speak. I mean, it's perfect. It's flawless. But on Super Bowl Sunday, it's going to be 398. 98th verse. But what happens when we go up 386? That's tomorrow. That's big. Murder code being 86th. That's on our 131 that I woke up to the other day. And the fact that I woke up to it means nothing. I'm just throwing out every little thing I grasp at straws. 388 is Groundhog Day. Keep your eye on it. And then an address that I used to live at, 390 Carroll Boulevard, apartment 40. 390 is the 4th. Let's do comments. Okay, so these all start just a day ago. They just released the Paul Pelosi body cam footage. Paul was attacked with a hammer, MC Hammer. Song, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him, is the 3rd studio album of American rapper MC Hammer. M is 13, C is 3, by the way, so that's 133 coded for Deadly Wound, Revelation 13:3. Remember when I visited my stepdaughter, when the tower fell in Miami? It fell on the eve of when I went, not the serious dog star time, but another time I went to visit her. She was even living at a different place. And I stayed in Key Biscayne. And remember, my hotel number was 133. I did some videos from there. It was crazy. Was released on February 12th. On a side note, Paul Pelosi looks like a combination of Robert De Niro and Sam Waterston. You know, these people, we have no idea who these people are. They could be from clones to bloodlines that just want, you know, where they just want to put the bloodlines in the news or on the screen. I've said people like Brad Pitt, anybody, they could just be bloodlines. And given the magic of acting, it's a gift to be an actor. It's a gift to be an artist. 99.99999% of the time, all of your art, they are goats who are channeling demonic spirits. Your Leonardo da Vinci's, your Beethoven's. I mean, these were not... there's no record of them ever bearing fruit in the true sense of true Christianity, which is not just I believe, but it's the Lord yanking you out of the world, having you hated by the world because the world hates you for your belief in the truth. That didn't happen to anybody that's a famous artist. So it's just, you know, they're channeling. And I don't know what got me off into that side road conversation. My apologies. Let's keep going. This just came across my news feed. I didn't realize. And by the way, I started watching the videos that Christians talked about, and I've been watching other videos, and I wanted to share them with y'all, and I can't think of what they were now. Anyway, they just came across my feed. Memphis police deactivate Scorpion unit whose officers are charged in the death of, okay, and that TYRENICOLS. The name of the unit was Scorpion, of course. Revelation 9:10, and the tails like unto scorpions, stings like and of course, now that's wrath of God, but you know, they're going to have their versions of God's wrath now, so makes total sense. And their power was to hurt men for 5 months. Good stuff. Good find, Christian. I just happened to overhear the announcer of the WWE wrestling. I guess it was the Women's Royal Rumble. Yeah, and I looked that up. because I skimmed these the other day. Supposedly, some women won Ray Ripley, obviously not a woman. I don't know. It looked like it could have been just loaded with roids. I mean, loaded. Obviously not a woman, but that's a different story. And, who knows? Who knows? The thing that caught my ear was the announcer said Ray Ripley was able to win, even though she received a spear from Beth Phoenix. Well, there's your Phoenix. Wow. Again, the spear in Phoenix. Trump, tip of the spear. Absolutely. This year's Super Bowl is in Glendale, Arizona. Folks, don't get us started. Okay, so it's State Farm Stadium, and your head coach and I got a video ready to load, I think. Hang on. Oh, I already loaded it. Now, for the record, playlist. Super Bowl to Valentine. Valentine's event rises on 2/16. So this is strictly a Valentine event. January 31st only, which of course is tomorrow. We're on the eve of that right now. January 27th, rise on 29th. I can 86 that one. Groundhog Day has one. So let me get rid of this other one while I'm thinking about it, so it's not in y'all's way. And we did go over that an apple did at one time drop for the Big Apple at New Year's. So when Lily drops that apple, it does roll. So we've began the Chinese New Year. Now it's rolling. And, there's a coin at Obama's foot. When we see that coin that's down there by Obama's foot, how much is that coin a lookalike for the Phoenix rising from the ashes coin? I can't think of it. Hang on, let me pause. Again, y'all, that was 1988. This Economist magazine cover for it just doesn't get any. And see, so you see that coin, it's got a 10 and a circle in the middle and writing on the outside, and it's gold. When you go to the one on Obama's foot, it is a blown up version of that same coin, in my opinion. Y'all are just going to have to look at it yourself. I don't have time to take a picture, screenshot it, all that kind of stuff. But it's similar. Let me just put it like that. It's similar. It is not the same as that. Not exactly. And it says 2018. Well, it's event 201 with an 8. Or 1208. Again, that one way to do things. Anyway, let's just keep going. I'm fasting today. I haven't, and not for religious or, not for the Holy Spirit reasons. And, or else I wouldn't have told you. You're not supposed to tell people when you're fasting if you're doing it for the Lord. But, so I'm a little, my head's a little light, just go with it. I just happened to overhear the announcer WWE. So, yeah. So anyway, great job. Glendale, Arizona, 23 minutes, 10:02 via Grand Avenue for October 2nd coding from Glendale to Phoenix. It's 1.2 miles. I like that. I like that Donnie Darko coding. By the way, I want to look at something. From October 1st, which something occurred on that day, I'm not going to say what, to yesterday when something occurred, that relates to when that occurred, it's 120 Adam. If you include both dates, it's 121 Antichrist, which is exactly what we do here. That's my son's apartment number, by the way, in Gainesville. Devil's Advocate University. Yeah, can't make it up. So if we go from that 10-1 to Groundhog Day, it's 124. If you do it from October 2nd, it's 123. Then there's your 125. A perfect 3,000 hours, 1,800 minutes. It gets crazy, doesn't it? Look at it on Super Bowl Sunday from Donnie Darko date. Our 13 fused with 33, our 1 or 13-3 for deadly wound. Yeah, how big that is. It's gigantica. If you include both dates, though, it lands on the eve of the Super Bowl. Then 135, 137. The Judgment Day has reason to celebrate following 2023 Rhea Ripley booking her place at WrestleMania 39. Rhea Ripley entered the Women's Royal Rumble as the favorite. Except for career highlights, spent so much time developing the characters, being less active in the ring as part of the Judgment Day. In 2021, made it to the final 2 Royal Rumble matches, ultimately eliminated by the winner, Bianca Belair. And the Eradicator of the Judgment Day went one better. However, the Rumble match wasn't Ripley's first action of the night. She got involved in a brawl with the rest of Judgment Day and the Edge after Damian Priest and Finn Balor eliminated WWE Hall of Famer. Ripley was then caught out by Beth Phoenix, gaining a measure of revenge and dropping her with a spear. That's just... WWE is where they code most everything. I'm glad Christian's keeping an eye on that. Rhea Ripley celebrates her Royal Rumble win. WWE Royal Rumble 2023 highlights. If you listen to the first few seconds of the above video, you will hear about Beth Phoenix and the spear. It didn't show up, but we trust you. Hey, Trey, just thinking here, Eagles won today. You mentioned Eagles Color of Money, and from the movie The Color of Money. And did you realize in the first Top Gun movie there is a reference to the tip of the spear? I'll try to find a timestamp. No way. Really? Where the tip of the spear, and you best be sharp. Who's the best? In case some of you wonder who the best is, they're up here on this plaque on the F-15 fighter planes, F-15 Eagles, the coding deconstruction. They were known as the Eagles. Boy, I tell you, the coding deconstruction possibly wore a javelin, Mrs. Spear. That is absolutely, I tell you what, you know, and I always say, don't ever be disappointed if nothing happens, because it just means it's going to be bigger next time. And this stuff just keeps building. Look how big it is right now. Movie speech from Top Gun, flight school orientation.
I'd like to take this opportunity.
You'd like to take this opportunity to do what? I got to break this up a little bit, as y'all know. Let's get a little sound up in here.
To introduce you to our commanding officer.
Yeah. I don't even remember the scene.
At Top Gun. Very first man to win the Top
Barely I do.
Gun trophy. Will not find a
fighter
fighter pilot anywhere in the world.
And see, I just watched this movie a little less than a year ago.
And Mike Metcalf.
All right, Commander Mike Metcalf, commentary for various educational purposes.
Call sign Viper.
Oh, Viper.
Gentlemen,
And then he's going to say tip of the spear.
you
Commentary, fair use.
are the top 1%.
Yeah, you are. You're all the tops. Tops, tops, tops gun. Tops, tops.
All naval.
They call it 100% gun. Uh-oh. I wish I had hair like that.
Elite.
If I had hair like that, I wouldn't have to have hair like this. I used to tell that to my students.
Best of the best.
The best of the best. Tip of the spear here.
We'll make you better.
Yeah, we will.
But
Here we go.
at least 2 combat missions a day, 10 classes in between,
Maverick's smirk on his face.
and evaluations of your performance.
Right on. Got it.
Now, in each combat sequence, you're going to meet a different.
Let me pause and find it for y'all. Well, that's why I never paid attention to it, because it's happening simultaneous to this conversation, which is probably what I was locked into.
Spear. Just wondering.
Whoops.
What are you doing? Tip spear. Though we are. What are you doing? Tip spear.
Tip of the spear. There it is. That's crazy. Good stuff, Christian. All right. That's good stuff. Also thought about one of the biggest songs in that movie, Berlin, Take My Breath Away. Again, Berlin, Take My Breath Away. Events of the past few years. Berlin, Germany. Wow. I mean, good grief. The whole Trump family's Drumpf German. The band game, which is why Germany's always been at war with the world. Hilarious. It's the funniest stand-up in the history of mankind. Norm McDonald's final stand-up appearance on David Letterman.
Why'd I have to watch that stupid show?
Commentary for your educational purposes. Educational.
There is one country that worries me, though. Not
What country would that be? Not the one Drumpf came from, would it?
Iraq, not Iran, not North Korea.
Who in the world would it be, Norm?
The only country that really worries me
Spit it out, old Normie. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so.
is the country of Germany.
Oof. That sounds pretty racist. Why would that be?
I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not,
Well, sure we are. Of course we are, Norm.
but
Flashing the whole time. And yo, he flashes all kind of hands. So he flashes every one of them up there. I'll put this in the description for you to get a little chuckle out of. This is the funniest stand-up ever in the history of mankind.
in the early part of the previous century,
What's that, Normie?
Germany decided to go to war.
Yeah? With who?
And who did they go to war with?
That's what we're asking. Who?
The world.
Oh, take my breath away. Germany. Berlin. Hilarious. So from the band game commercial success in 1980s with singles The Metro, SEX, I'm No More Words, and the top chart taking Take My Breath Away from the 1986 film. And see, 1986 is so subtle because it's got 86 and 98 verse, The Crowning. So it's like a fusion of Death and Rising. From Top Gun, which won the Academy Award for Best Original Song and a Golden Globe for Best Original Song. Take My Breath Away is a song written by Giorgio Moroder and Tom Whitlock from the 1986 film Top Gun, performed by American new wave band Berlin. It's going to be Chiefs versus Eagles, Super Bowl 57, red and green. Well, okay, I see what you're saying. The green and the gray colors, green, gray, and white, which of the Eagles, exact color of the dollar bill. And the Chiefs, the color of fire, the yellow and red fusion. Red Arrow, Green Bird, or Green Arrow TV show comic character Redbird Phoenix. Wow. Red and green make yellow, brown depending on their shades. Rihanna was wearing a mustard yellow colored fur in that Super Bowl promo pic where her hair resembles the snakes. Of course, Medusa, which I had to look up today. I'd forgotten because I hadn't eaten. Also, if you look, I like to do this at least once a week. Also, if you look at the picture of the yellow fur coat Rihanna is wearing, it almost looks like has fold right below her yellow arrow pointing to her head. Wow. Are they showing us the arrow to the head day? Unbelievable. Good stuff, my friend. The thumbnail pic for Rihanna's Super Bowl promo vid really looks like yellow-green arrow pointing to her head. The head of the snake Medusa. I was a snake poem. Ah, I knew darn well you were a snake before you took me in. And of course, her right eye is darkened in the picture. All right, let's take a look at what do we want to call this? Rihanna Super Bowl 57 photo. Yeah, and let's see if they've got anything going on today, by the way. So I'm tracking Apple Music's YouTube channel, which is what is hosting the halftime show. So at some point, they're going to have a big promo coming up, a little more. Because remember the one that had the piano in the ocean, which represented Beast Out of the Sea, of course, 88 in the ocean. There's her cover thumbnail that Christian's talking about. And I'm also tracking NFL Network on YouTube. So we'll keep an eye on that. Chiefs final score 2023. Yep, that was hilarious, wasn't it? Only in America. And don't forget, 2023 adds up to 43, and the Super Bowl is on the 43rd day of the year with 3-2-2 left. And 3-2-2 was, or it's in the middle of Trump and I's combined number. And May Day turned that many days old. First 5 digits, next 5 digits, 33 days later, I turned that many days old. And 33 days after that was that total lunar eclipse. Now, if we go back and look at that one more time, May 16th. And let's start putting it to our dates. Well, let's put it to the 31st. 260. Let's put it to Groundhog Day. 262, which is the number for Mr. Irrelevant. They were flashing that number non-stop. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. You're going to see 262 like it's nobody's business. That is a gigantic tell. That is such a big cipher. It's just enormous. Could you have Trump go down on Groundhog Day? But the disasters don't really start, like they can still get their Super Bowl ritual out the door, out the gate, and then total chaos begins 13th, 14th, 15th Valentines? Or is maybe something going to happen between now and the full moon that is the impetus for Trump going down in and or around after Super Bowl Valentines? Impetus, the force or energy with which a body moves, or the force that makes something happen or happen more quickly. The crisis of the 1860s provided the original impetus for the settlements. Got it. Hey, I just don't want to be using these big words out of context. Some more interesting things about Lisa Loring, born 216 with 216 Leopard tanks, 216 Beth Phoenix, BP 216. Yeah, that's crazy. BP oil, British Petroleum, right? I mean, 216 has always, British Petroleum's always coded the Antichrist. Lisa Loring, American actress. Oh, she's the one that plays Wednesday Addams at 6 years old on the 1964-1966 sitcom. Oh, wow, really? Lisa in 1958, 3 hours. Lisa Loring, best known for first actress to play Wednesday Addams, has died at the age of 64. Really? So that's the name you've been talking about. I never picked up on that, Christian. I'm sorry. That's good stuff. Christian keeps us on our toes. And I'm very excited about our new contributor. And don't forget, my email is trae455@hotmail.com if you ever want to join in. But no, I don't think she's dead. Neither do y'all. Look at that, 216. You got the 58. You run it backwards, her birthday would be 16-219. 219 is big. Be rising on the new moon. They're all big. We just keep rolling. I don't care. I ain't got nothing else to do. I don't know about y'all. This stuff's just fun. So, has died at the age of 64. And as Iceman said, oh, yeah. See, I didn't really say it, so you know. Another death reported today. Barrett Strong hit songs Money, and I heard it through the grapevine. He was also the songwriter for The Temptations. Oh, he's the Money. What? You're telling me the guy that did Trump's theme song on The Apprentice? Boy, they are coding everything under the sun, are they not? Wednesday Addams, Money, Trump's. Is Trump going to go down on a Wednesday? Or is he going to go down on a Tuesday, be at rest on a Wednesday, Dead Souls Day, which is what it's named for, the god Onan or Onan, and then rise on Thor Day. Thor, love and thunder. Well, what is love? It's Valentine's Day. So Valentine's is on a Tuesday. Thor, love is Tuesday. Valentine's, that's what it is. Thor, love and thunder. Love going down on February 14th, rising on the 16th for thunder. Thor, love and thunder. Thor, Trump, love, Tuesday, Valentine's Day. Thunder, 16th, 216 coded for Wednesday Addams. And Wednesday sits in the middle. Remember my Mayday friend, 13803. 138. Earl's address was 3803. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Trump would be 2804. He would rise at 28,006. What was the score when the lights went out? 28-6. 13:22 left in the game. Can't not make that up, can we? So let's go to Thor, Love and Thunder. I started watching it. It's unwatchable. June 23rd, July 8th. I've got it loaded. July 8th and June 23rd. July 8th and June 23rd. Yeah, it's too perfect. I remember this now. It's 2/2/1 days on the 14th, but if you include both dates, you got your 2/2/2. Eve coded. If you don't want to include both dates, that's fine. Still a hit at the end of Lupercalia. Love. And then the next day is Thunder. 2/2/3 days in the year 2/2/3. And it is, of course, 3/2/2 backwards. Valentine. The man's name, but just Billy Ray Valentine. Billy Ray Valentine. That's it. Billy Ray Valentine. Eddie Murphy, Trading Places. Eddie Murphy, Wikipedia. He's April 3rd. He's 4/3/1961. He's born my year. This is just incredible stuff, isn't it? Don't know if you noticed, Trump has been back in the news quite a bit lately. First, his social media accounts were restored, Facebook and Instagram. Really? So there's Donald Trump Jr. And he's saying Trump announces 2024 candidacy. So in the Instagram, yeah, I'm following him. So I was already following him. He's 6075 234. Is that February 3rd? I mean, February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. He's following 8 people. That's who he's following. One of them's the Dan Scavino, which I guess I need to follow the Dan Scavino. Donald Trump Jr. Guess I need to follow him. Tiffany. I'm already following Ivanka and Flotus. Okay. Very good. That's a big tell. That's a gigantic tell, is it not? For Thor, Love, and Thunder. June 23rd is the other one, 6/23, 2/2/2. So that's 6/2/3, 2/2/2. So they made sure to get the 322 in on an El Capitan theater. If you key in June 23rd, it's 238 murder code for the 16th. The 14th, 236. 7 months, 22 days. That's pi. You know, pi is 22 divided by 7. That's when the movie Nope came out, was July 22nd. 36, of course, triangular number. It's 33 weeks, 5 days also, so it's in 35 weeks range. If you run it to Groundhog. Now see, now you're getting interesting again. You're back to the 222 tomorrow on January 31st. So you got your 222 coded again. So it's very, you see what they're doing there. It's very interesting. Trump's first 2024 pitch, it's me or World War III. He also talked about how he could stop a war within 24 hours. Oh, he will. Who can make war with a beast? He also talked about how he talked to and called him Your Excellence, sent a picture of his own house. We knew exactly where your house was. Well, that comes from the movie Sicario. Sicario 2, blowing up the terrorist house. So in Sicario, it's exactly what they did. How interesting. And he's making him watch the house getting blown up. So that's his family's boom. Which is, I hope, exactly what they have planned for me. I hope World War III kicks off to my crib. 86 me ASAP. So, yeah. That would be way too nice. I'm going to repost this info. Seems to be hidden. Oh, we got it, but you couldn't see it, and that's a bummer. The Real Phantom, I think they're new to us. The Real at Crypto to Granny. Your video is 322 long. LOL. Yeah, I noticed that. That happens a lot. We are just saying. And New Yorkers in disbelief over Empire State Building celebrating. Empire State Building was seen green on Sunday night, and Twitter lost its collective mind as a result. Moments after the Eagles demolished San Francisco, 31-7. To advance Super Bowl 2023, the official Twitter account for the New York City landmark announced it would illuminate in green and white to celebrate. Fly at Eagles Fly. And see, there's a lot of gematria we can do with it's a Philly thing and Fly Eagles Fly and all kind of stuff. The Tartarian Empire. Though Eagle was also known. Remember there was a movie my dad liked called The Eagle. And film, The Eagle, Wikipedia. My dad really liked that movie. It was unwatchable for me. It's 11:14 in length, which is all from Genesis 11:4. Let us make us a name. Yeah. February 11th in the United States. Well, look at that. On the eve of the Super Bowl, the Eagle movie was released. Now that's pretty incredible, don't you think? I mean, what would be the chances of that? Unbelievable, sports fans. Unbelievable. The Eagle, IMDb. Like I said, horrible movie. You got 38. You got 134389. Again with the 89 and all that business. Hey, it's 7-Eleven, y'all. Y'all saw that, didn't you? 7-Eleven fused with the 1117. That was pretty slick. All right. I don't know where to begin. The Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, there's so much in this video. What to name it? What to use as a thumbnail? I'll put Norm in there for you. Hilarious.
Listen, I don't want to.
I can watch that over and over and over. Look at the views. 386. 386. This occurred on 5/15/15. That was the air date. 5/15/15. Let's just take a look at it. The Lord put us here on this day to look at it. 2/8/17. And there's murder code on Valentine's Day, 2832. So in between a pair of twos, 83, right there on Valentine's Day. If you go to the Super Bowl, it's just 2830. So Letterman's final show on May 15th is so heavily coded into all this. 283 fused with 34 at the end. $34 years from the Donnie Darko date. And it will be 34 years all the way up until through October 1st of this year. All right. Love you guys. Christian, thank you so much. All right. Love y'all.